So, guys, this exact scenario could, believe it or not, be a setup. And if it is a setup, and these people succeed in this setup, you're going to get livid, you're going to get pissed. So, you got to pass this test. A lot of times in life, maybe a past person that you used to be with, they might come back and ignite that flame again. Try to ignite that flame again. You have to be smart enough not to get fooled. And it definitely depends on the situation, because, you know, sometimes it actually could be something good. But most of the time it is not. Most of the time it is not. I don't want to give nobody false hope. Most of the time it is not a good situation. When a past person tries to come back, you get played all over again and pissed off all over again. Like what happened to me in the past. Be damned if it ever happened again. Impossible. Already tried to happen. I turned that shit down. Boom. I win. See you later. Oops. She's gone. Off to the gym now. People, a lot of the times, are trying to fuck with your mind. The whole time, they're just evil and manipulative. They'll say anything, they'll do anything to get certain answers or reactions out of you, and it is pure evil. Pure evil. And I've dealt with people like this, and it makes you want to drive a hole through their head. Because how dare you? How dare you try to affect my life in a negative way like that? You crazy, crazy person. A lot of the time when they try to come back, they're trying to see, you know, they know for a fact you moved on without them. They know it. That's when they'll try to come back, is when they know you moved on. And when they try to come back, it's all to hurt you and your soul all over again. Can I still pull this person? Can I still get this person, is what they think. They're not genuinely trying to come back. Like, hi baby, I'm coming back. Forever. No. Most of the time that is not the case. Most of the time, like I said, they just want to see if they can get you back again. And you know, sometimes it might work, but most of the time it will not. And even if you do turn them down, they try to come back, they're going to be so damn discouraged it's not even funny. They might have actually wanted to come back and you could still turn them down. This shit happened to me. Try to come back, genuinely wanted to come back. I ain't doing this again. I'm good. My life is good the way it is without you. I'd be damned if I ever let that shit happen again. Better is coming. Better will replace you. Better will never disrespect me like that. So that's how it has to be. Some of these people will come back to test you to see, you know, can I get them back? Can I get this person back? And once they do, if you let them, it's going to be a nightmare all over again for you, buddy. A nightmare all over again. They're testing the waters. They're seeing where things are at. They're seeing where your head's at. They're seeing where is their attraction level towards you at. They're seeing. And the best thing you could do is turn their asses down. Down. I don't care if it's a guy or a girl. You turn them the fuck down. You discourage the hell out of them. You know what? You might have just had to been their life lesson. You might have had to teach them a lesson. If they ever get somebody again, to never do that ever again to that person, because you know what happened last time. You know what happened last time. You crazy son of a duck. There are different realities to life, ladies and gentlemen. Different realities. No human being. I used to think all human beings are not the same, but kind of the same. Kind of the same. We are all very different. Every single one of us are all very different. The thing is, when it comes to everybody in the world, there are people that relate to each other and that are very similar. But there's so many different people in general. Crackheads will relate to crackheads. Professional athletes will relate to professional athletes. Musicians will relate to musicians. So on and so forth. Scumbags will relate to scumbags. Hoes will relate to hoes. So, this goes to show how many different people there are in the world. And in general, you have to know what and who you're dealing with. Because some people can pose as something they're not, and that is a very dangerous thing to get yourself into. A hoe can pose as a good housewife. That could be very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. I will never get married quick to a female, ever. There's a good chance I will never get married, period. I will have to see if it is exactly my real standards that I have, and she is that much of a goddess, then I would consider it. But it is going to take a miracle for that kind of shit to happen. Legit. You think I'm gonna marry just any girl? Get out of your fucking mind, pal. A lot of these guys out there today, they will. They'll take almost anything they can get. That is crazy. You are crazy. You're in for so many problems in the future. Women typically have higher standards than men. When we're generalizing, when it comes to, you take every man and woman in the world, more women than men have higher standards. But the smartest men, the ones who are the most experienced, with the highest IQs, the most attractive, the most successful, they have very high standards as well. Of course they do. They're only going to get the top of the top. And that is how it's going to be. Accept nothing less. That is who you are. That is what you are going to get. It's going to be that good, or it's going to be nothing. And it will be that good. And that's the only thing you could ever put a ring on. She has it all. You have it all as a man. She has it all as a woman. It's how it has to be. It's not that, it ain't shit. If it ain't that, you can't even take it serious. Both men and women have to self-improve in this world. That's why so many issues are happening, because either one guy is self-improving and his girl doesn't, or the girl is self-improving and the guy doesn't. Both men and women that are together have to self-improve. Your partner has to be on par with you. She has to follow you. And it's not like she's just your pet. You conversate back and forth, you come up with ideas, you come up with plans, and you lead the dance, you lead the way. But she's also probably smart, very smart. But when it comes down to it, one person has to make the decision, and it has to be you. She can make decisions on certain things, maybe what you're having for supper, but you guys get the point. You make the big decisions. She does have some say, but the final decision is made by who? You, man. It cannot be the other way around. It can't. Women have all this so-called power today, but if we were living in the times of saber-tooth tigers, we would see who was going to go to who. Women would be running towards men for protection. We'll see how empowered you feel then when saber-tooth tigers are roaming around on Earth, trying to kill you. and you don't know what to do really to protect yourself. But a man, a smart man, a logical man, a strong man can come up with a plan. He can come up with a way to stay alive. So, men lead. There's a lot of women today that try to take the lead. There's a lot of women today that try to call the shots. There's a lot of women today that try to do those things. And I'm not trying to disrespect women at all. I'm just saying, like, some of you will take it that way, but it's not that way at all. I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from what I see in the world. And I'm a guy. If I was a girl, I could speak on my experiences with other guys, and we'd be talking about that. But I just so happen to be a guy, so we're talking about this right at this very specific moment. No big deal. But most of these modern women have so many options. They feel a sense of power because there's so many guys they can't have. They feel that sense of power. And it makes sense if you think about it, but it could honestly end up hurting you with the guy you're supposed to have if you want to keep that ego, if you want to keep that kind of a mindset and kind of not go and into your man's lead. Well, and they threaten, oh, I can replace you. Of course you can. Do you think I'm that stupid? Of course you can, but do you really want to? Do you really want to? You can, but do you really want to? That is the thing here. Some of them are so proud that they actually will, because you won't let them have their way. You won't let them lead. You won't let them have the power, call the shots, and do things like that. You have to let that go. You have to walk away. There are girls in my life that I've been head over heels in love with at one point, that I have just not texted back. That I have just not texted because of certain things that happen. And you could want to, but it's not all about what you want. Like I said, if you do what you feel like doing all the time, you're leading your life in a complete disaster. It's about doing the right thing as a man, especially as a man. It's about doing the right thing. Maybe the right thing is to just let that go. Let her go. And you go your way. There could be something deep down inside of you that kind of wants to, oh, I want her. You can't let that happen. As a man, you have to do what's right. No matter what. That is true strength that, like, literally 90% of guys do not have in the world today. Like, literally. And honestly, a female will respect you that much more if you do that. And it's not even a question. It's not even a debate. It is a fact. But if you're sitting there trying to chase her, especially after some shit happened, you think she's going to respect that? You want her more than she wants you? She's going to look at you and laugh as a joke. A complete joke. So, like I said, I'm talking in perspective here as a male, but this video is supposed to be for both. It really is. You girls can look at this however way you want, that you can relate it to a guy you talk to or have been with or even experiencing right now. You can't take a bad apple back and think it's a good apple. Do bad apples turn good? No. A bad apple cannot turn good. It is impossible. Are you talking about a rotten apple that fell from the tree and hit the ground? You think that's going to somehow climb back up the tree and go back in and turn green and ripe? No. A bad apple will always be a bad apple. So once you know it's a bad apple, don't be fooled. Because it could switch its side and show you something good. Take a bite. Just like Eve finessed Adam in the Bible. You can't be fooled by that. You gotta be smarter than that. And what's so fucking crazy is there's so many guys in the world that just want to believe it's good. I just want to believe it's good. I just want to believe it's good. You're stupid. You're naive. You're very naive. Like, come on, man. You gotta do better than that. And even the girls, you gotta do better than that. If it's a guy you're dealing with. Because shit happens. Shit happens. And you gotta be smart enough to make the right choices, the right decisions in certain situations in life. Because you don't want to go back. You don't want to make repeated mistakes and end up really digging a very deep hole. You don't want to do it. You want to learn from those mistakes and carry on. Become a king. Become a queen. Do what is right by the grace of God. You cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. You cannot turn a promiscuous woman into a housewife. She will always be that way. She will mess with other guys when you're not around. You could be married to her, have kids. When she's not around you, she will mess with other guys. She will. I'm not even saying she's going to cheat on you, but she will mess with other guys. She probably will cheat on you. She probably will. She probably will. But she will mess with other guys. I know my neighbors, for God's sakes. His wife. Right across the road. Right where I'm at right now. Right across the road. I made a video on this. She flirted with me in front of him. And I was pissed. I never showed it, but in my mind I'm like, this is a dumb bitch. This is a dumb bitch. Very dumb bitch. I just kept my cool and made it look like nothing. And I just kind of shot away from the situation, but she literally flirted with me in front of him. And I'm cool with that man. They're a bit of a younger couple. Older than me, but still fairly young. They have a couple, I think they have 2 sons. And they're both very young. But they're still fairly youthful. For parents, for grown adults. And she literally put her hands on me, and it was crazy. Like touching me in that kind of a way. Flirting, big time, big time, big time, big time. And he was not happy about it. He just looked like a little bit discouraged, a little bit like, what the F? And every time he's not around, she just does great, like little shit. Like right now, he's gone for a couple-day bike ride out of the province in Canada here where we're at. And she's left alone, and I just went out to my car yesterday. And she popped right out. Started talking to me, yeah, and started telling me how her husband's gone and stuff, and started showing me stuff on her phone, and she's just right close to me, touching me, talking to me. And I'm just like, yeah, because I just walked out to my car. I'm not just gonna cold shoulder her and get in my car. She's my neighbor right there. That'd just be weird. But she can tell herself at this point that I don't want her coming really close to me like that. I kind of give her that vibe where it's like, you gotta back off. You gotta cut this shit out. I know you're a woman. I know you like attention. But you can't be doing shit like that. I would never wife up a girl like that. That is disrespectful. She's disrespectful. Women like that, I despise. You're disrespectful. You were flat out disrespectful. They know for a fact their husband will not leave them. So they want to use that as power. They want to use that as they're going to do whatever they want to do still. And it's crazy. I would never in my life be with a woman like that. Completely disrespectful. It is disgusting. You are a disgusting human being. You need help. You need help. Women love attention. There's getting attention and there's crossing the line. That is crossing the line in my eyes. If my wife ever did that to me, I'm out. I'm out. Go with that guy right now. I'm out. Don't never embarrass me, disrespect me like that ever again. Never. It's the embarrassment more than anything. Literally. It's not even the contact. It's not even the sexual tension that just went on of maybe your wife touching another guy. It's the embarrassment. That is fucking embarrassing. Literally. Don't ever embarrass me like that ever again. It would be done. But anyways, you guys get the point. This is why having high standards is a must. I'm giving you guys examples here. This is why having high standards is a must in this world. There's a reason I didn't take back certain females that, yeah, they might look very, very nice, but I could only imagine what's going to happen in the future. I could only imagine a lot of fuckery. I'm not dealing with that. There's very respectful women that would never even come close to doing anything like that because they love their husband so much. They respect their husband so much. They would never even fathom in their mind to do something like that. That is what you guys deserve. That is what you guys need. If you're a good man, if you're an honest man, if you work hard, you have your shit together, you deserve that. You don't deserve this bullshit. Have high standards, keep it that way, and keep your girl in line. If she is like that, with the right girl, you don't even have to do nothing. She's going to be in line. She's going to know automatically what is right, what is wrong. So, and you'll never be fooled by some ratchet head case that's going to try to come back. She could be testing you. She could be seeing where you're at. She could be seeing what kind of control or power she still has over you by what she can do or figure out. Get the fuck out of here with that. You are gone. And like I said, as a girl, you can relate this to your own way in a guy form, right? That's what you can do. Don't let a man disrespect you. If you're a woman and you're doing all the right things, and you have a man and he is disrespecting you can't let that type of shit happen. And unfortunately, a lot of these girls, a lot of women today, they are attracted to maybe a guy that will do shit like that. But it's going to end very bad. That is the thing. It's going to end very bad. Guess what? I'm not going to disrespect my girl like that. I'm not going to do crazy shit to my girl like that. I'm not going to make even my friends, my family, my girl, my anything feel bad deep down in their heart. I'm not going to make their heart sink, because that's how bad I made them feel by doing something fucking crazy. Never. I'll never make people feel like that. I know how that feels. I'm not going to make other people feel like that. These people are crazy. Guy or girl, whoever does this to their opposite person or to anybody. Like, you're crazy. It's crazy how people can do that and just be okay with doing it. You're out of your fucking mind.